Multicultural House in North Perth for the Ethnic Communities Council pre-election get-together. There was a range of multicultural groups here tonight, listening to the new candidates that in 31 days may or may not be in government. The Greens and the Labor Party were here, Liberal was missing, and the outcome and the questions were very interesting. All to do with multiculturalism. It's a sign of the times, and it's just going to get bigger.
Well, it was a great evening tonight with some great feedback from the leaders of our various ethnic community groups and obviously from the Ethnic Communities Council itself, raising some great issues, some pretty challenging issues too, by the way. But what the importance of these sort of evenings are is to hear from people about how important diversity in our community is and how it enriches our community. And what we want to make sure is that we have the policies that makes that diversity a way for our community to come together, not be driven apart.
The ethnic community is part of Australia, and we're about an inclusive Australia. So asking why an ethnic community is important is like asking why Australia is important. And it's about acknowledging that we are a multicultural country and that's what makes us strong. And it's an important part of being Australia, and it's something that needs to be protected and valued.
Because Perth is a very multicultural place, and that needs to be acknowledged in all levels of government, that representation is crucial going forward.
So why are you standing for the Greens?
I'm standing for the Greens because I believe that they bring a positive force into politics. We don't let the politics of hate and division win. We're going strong and we'll get stronger, and we are standing for what matters. We're standing for ordinary Australians who want a fair country, who want a country where refugees and asylum seekers are treated like human beings, who want more jobs available to them, who want the dignity and respect that are afforded to every person.
The Greens are just continuing to go from strength to strength, and we're expecting that we're going to have a pretty good election, actually. We think it's more important than ever that we ensure we've got a Greens present in the state parliament, because the Greens are the only ones who are fearlessly and consistently and openly speaking out against the politics of racism and hate and division. It's going to be really important in this parliament. We're relentless in that regard, and we're fierce advocates for multicultural Australia.
Flux WA, known in WA as Flux the System, is a new concept in democracy, and it enables everyone, all of an electorate, to have a say on each particular policy every time something goes before Parliament. Our message to the people of WA in this upcoming election is that your vote on March the 11th doesn't have to be the only vote that you make for the next 4 years. It can be the first in a series of votes that you get to give your voice on the issues that you really, really care about and really, really want to have a say on.
Today is something very eventful, or actually, as I mentioned in my speech, a historic event, because if there is a change in government, it is going to have massive ramifications both for our council as well as people of ethnic minority backgrounds. As you will see out there, we call this forum, we are ethnic, we are taxpayers, and we vote. The message we wanted to give is, like all other taxpayers, we have every reason to expect that at least some of the taxes that we pay will come back in the form of services that are culturally and linguistically relevant. And if organizations like us don't keep reminding politicians, they will continue to take us for granted.
And we all know, after 8.5 years of the Barnett government, looking at the privatisation of our health system, looking at the dysfunction around the project management of large hospitals, and looking at the continued problems we have through the delivery of services, we've got some real challenges in that area, but I'm ready for those challenges. I'm keen to take them on behalf of the Mark McGowan Labor government.
Overall, do you think that Perth is a healthy state?
Look, we are a pretty healthy state. We've got a great health system run by doctors and nurses who are doing an amazing job under very trying circumstances. I want to make sure we continue to support them by putting the patients first, making sure that they've got the policies in place that mean that people get the support in the community they need to keep themselves healthy, but when they do need the services of our health system, that they are the priority, and making sure that we've got the policies in place to make sure we put patients first.
I'm Angela Albuquerque for Undercurrent.